What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing a new spread, the Unveiling the Truth spread for all the signs, and I'm on the sign of Cancer. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the About section of the channel for more information on how to do that. But anyways, this spread has a few different parts to it. It is kind of like what you see in a certain situation that you're dealing with in your life, and then kind of what's being blocked from your view, and then kind of what the truth of the reality of the situation is. So dealing with the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Cancer placements. Could be flip-flop energy if you're cross-watching. First of all, I'm going to be honest, Cancer, I see a lot of chakra work needing to be done. A lot of things dealing with your heart, your happiness, your self-confidence, your self-worth, as well as your throat chakra. These are all some things that are playing a role in what could be blocking you in your life. And I feel like it has a lot to do with how you think about things and how another person thinks about things. But there's also a need to kind of maybe bring, if you want to bring this together, I just feel like there's some healing that needs to be done here, because I think that the truth of the situation is that you know well enough about this situation. Maybe this person has issues with their mother. You know all the facts in the situation. You know all of the fiction. You know kind of almost what's unknown already when it comes to this person's family life or this home situation. And it's like, you know that this person needs some pretty healing. You know why it is that they act the way that they do. And some of you guys could have either walked away from the situation or they walked away from you. But it's something to do with the conversation that you guys had, where there was a fight, but there might have been an issue understanding each other and getting your point across. Because what you see is, this is your third eye, and then you have contract, and then you have healer of the ages. This person doesn't really know how to view relationships or certain things in their life, maybe the consequences of their actions, or maybe this person doesn't know, I think that how much healing that they need. How much you've trusted your intuition about this. You know that maybe things aren't even, that there's a lot of things that needs to be learned in this situation. You could be a teacher in this person's life, but there's also a need to understand that there's a high level of healing that needs to happen. Maybe you see this situation as being able to be healed in the future. Maybe this person's run-in with the laws has a lot to do with their own personal issues and their own personal inability to make themselves happy because of all the blockages that they have in their life. It's like you want to have this new beginning with them, but it's almost like you need them to, but you don't want to look stupid. You want them to tell you the truth, even though part of you already knows. Some of you guys are dealing with someone who, you know, you feel it was divinely guided into your life to be in this partnership with you. But I almost am wondering, is it an even exchange? Is there other people involved? Because I feel like there was. And you guys know that this person's desires of needing to fill this void of being happy with their ego places them in situations where they would move out of a current situation, whether they're married or not. And I think that it's important to remember that there's a lot of things going on with this person, and I think that you know that, but you also know that you spent a lot of time and effort in this situation, and it's hard for you to just walk away from it because of how long. You know, some of you guys, it was several years of your life have been spent, like 17 years, some of you 7, some of you 9. Some of you guys are getting a little bit older in age, and you just wonder, like, when is this person going to grow up? You know what I mean? Because it's like this person has this mentality of always winning, getting what they want, manipulating people, manipulating things. And it's just like you've been waiting for them to kind of get it together, because when it comes to their match, they've met their match when they met you, Cancer. And the problem with this is that I don't think that they realize that everything that's stressing them out, everything that they're going through in their life right now, maybe the reason you isolated yourself from them is because everything that they have in their life, they brought it on themselves. You just want them to take a second to think and maybe take some accountability for the things that they've done in this situation. It's like you want to work on this, but you also know that, I mean, how many people are we working with here? You know, that you don't need outside opinions. You don't need outside people. I do feel like this person could be really well known in a certain community. This person could be held in really high regard. But the fact of the matter is it's like there's certain things that this person needs to accept about themselves or another energy in their life having to do with a mother or a father, that this also could have something to do with your guys' siblings, or, you know, how you guys are brought up with your certain religion, someone's career choices. It's a hard thing to think about when it comes to trust. And I think that you want this person to take action to balance out their feminine and masculine energy, but they have a hard time accepting their feminine energy. They have a hard time healing that aspect of themselves, because they've always done things a certain way. They've always gotten things to kind of go in their behavior, and they are really confused. Like, I think at one point, maybe you were confused by this person. You didn't really see how much they were lying, how much manipulation there really was. I do feel like there was a lot of things talked about on social media, and I do feel like someone did end up getting pregnant, and then it caused someone to kind of go into this period of isolation because you were just tired of it all. You know that this person is deteriorating themselves almost with their health and their stress level and stuff, but at the same time, you know that all the commotion and this split personality that they have, they're kind of bringing it on themselves. And you guys just want someone in your life who can be the companion that you are to them, someone who listens to you, you know, someone who could be this family. But you, more than anything, you want loyalty, you want honesty. And the problem is that it's almost like you've had to kind of like self-preserve and block this energy out because you don't want any bullshit anymore. You're not accepting any bullshit anymore. If this person wants to come to you and they're willing to learn from their mistakes and be helpful and be by your side when you need them, and, you know, express their emotions, kind of tell you how they feel and just be there, you know, and be happy. It's just like, you know that maybe right now the best thing for you guys would be to take a break. Someone needs to take a break for their health. Someone needs to move out of a situation. It could be a job. It could be an addiction. It could just be overall mental health issues here that this person needs to work on, because whatever version of a marriage someone had in their life has been disrupted, but it also has a lot to do with their mental health, their own version of what a family should be like. The expression in a family setting hasn't been the greatest at times. You know, maybe there is someone who is knowingly supposed to respect someone, but at the same time, you know that they're doing something in the wrong way. So you don't really know what to say or how to deal with the situation because you don't agree with this. You don't agree with what they're doing. You don't agree with the things that they're saying or how other people view them. I do feel like there could have been a death in the family, or there could be in the future because of whatever is going on in this situation. But someone needs to free themselves from all these emotional and mental and spiritual, just overall confusion. It's like really heavy mental health issues, and it's hard for you to respect this person. It's hard for you to take them seriously. It's like you don't want to accept parts of them because you know that in reality they are kind of bringing this energy on themselves or entertaining it, and you just want to see them in a roundabout way. You want to see them doing better, but not anywhere around you, because it just kind of affects your own health, your own mental health. If you were to try to intervene, it would affect your own pocket, you know? And I just feel like someone wants someone to take care of them and, you know, feed into this, but it's like you're not don't want to do it. It could even be a friend. It could even be, someone who's partying all the time. But at the end of the day, they're in a commitment, and you're just wondering, could there be any growth in this situation? Or are we going to continue down this road? Because it's like, when it comes to the intense things, when it comes to any type of change, someone kind of maneuvers around it to the point where they would tell you that everything's okay and that they're working on this and they're healing and blah, blah, blah. They've been meditating and they're doing this type of therapy, but they're not really getting to the core of the issue. And that's them working on themselves, them realizing that there's certain things about themselves, maybe borderline personality, maybe having different personalities, and then kind of being really manipulative and using other people around them. So now there really isn't a balance here. There really isn't anyone who wants to stick by and watch this person continue down this road, even though why it is that they do the things that they do. You just don't know how it is that you can help them until their ego takes a step back, until they stop playing the innocence role, until they start seeing things for what they are and taking on some of those burdens on their own, and stop crying wolf, to certain situations, where they are entertaining it, where they are stuck in a situation of fear, or looking a certain way to people, but at the end of the day, like you can see through it. This person only feels a sense of security when they're in an environment where they're taken care of, and that's not always the ideal environment to have a relationship in. But if that's the case and you guys really wanted to work this out, then this person needs to make some pretty heavy changes to themselves, because if they can't make themselves happy, then how is anyone else supposed to make them happy? I do feel like some of you guys would benefit from a spiritual bath, just taking a bath with like organic things, something to do with like plant-based, getting some sunshine, feeling your emotions and releasing them. I do feel like this person wants people to help them, but I feel like when it comes down to finances and stuff, it's just like they can't really help this person in that way. I think that there are feelings here. This is something that has gone on from past life to past life to past life. But when it comes to being able to give and receive love and having this conversation about this marriage, about this manipulation that's been going on, about actually getting the therapy that's required, it's just like they don't really want to hear it. And I feel like you guys need to remain positive when it comes to kind of getting back together with another person, but realizing that maybe not being together or two people taking a break could be beneficial to a situation for them to realize that they've had the person that they wanted, that the memories that they've had in this family situation and everything that has, made them into the person that they are right now, could be like a self-actualization. They could get to a place where maybe if they stop dwelling on the past and they learn to forgive themselves, learn to forgive other people, and realize some of their mental issues and take accountability for that, that you guys could move into more friendly energy. I do feel like some of you guys feel like this is the person, this is the one that's for you, but you can't spend any more time trying to protect them from their own energy, that you kind of have to let sleeping dogs lie at times, because by you taking on their demons, you're kind of dragging yourself down at the same time. And you just want them to be able to give and receive, in the right way, but you need to be able to trust them. And that's a huge situation for you guys. And I think that you've done this quite a few times over several lifetimes, and this person just refuses to change or get the necessary help or take the necessary help or accept certain things in order for this to change. And I think that some of you guys have just had enough. You want them to take action. You want them to reach out and get help. You want them to be able to heal some things. But at the same time, you just feel like this person never really appreciated you. This person caused you a lot of sleepless nights and anxiety, And it's just like, you don't really care what anyone else has to say about it when it comes to your own health and wellness at this point. Someone could not be feeling well on their own, and then dealing with this person where it's just like you can't even really take that on right now. There needs to be some type of balance here. There needs to be some type of harmony, and, the gossip and shit that has other people talking is not really helping either. I just feel like it has a lot to do with accepting some things. And I do feel like there are some issues here where this person either has issues with the law, or they have some illness things, like maybe they are dealing with cancer, or they have some type of something to do with a death here. I just feel like it's important to maybe make peace with our demons, make peace with people in our lives, because life is really short. And just knowing that maybe there's going to be some things where you're going to have to agree to disagree if you'd want to work on this relationship with this person, or kind of formulate any type of friendship with them. But as far as being a ride or die, or loyal to this person, I feel like that had to be cut off, because it was a need for you and this person to kind of break away, so that this person can learn, and hopefully, in the future they're going to be able to. But I just feel like this person needs to get to know themselves. They need to spend more time taking an active role in getting to know you and working this out with you, instead of portraying a certain image and moving in that energy and acting like everything is fine, but maybe saying that they appreciate you, maybe having more hope for themselves or the future, and going to meetings if it's for sobriety, that type of thing, but being committed to something, being engaged in something, and showing that they are taking this approach, but also not judging other people for what they're going through, because that doesn't really help anything. I just think that there's a lot to be said here, and I think that this person needs to give a little bit more to receive, and maybe they're not aware of everything that they need to work on, but getting the right help and actually listening and accepting it would go a long way. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Have a good night.